So you said 21 and 20 centimeters. Okay.
Correct. Yeah, I'll explain the whole thing. So I want to do maybe two different things, but with similar overlapping paper folding ideas. So the first one we will do will be a regular box that we have done in the past as well. And I'm going to use one paper to show you the fold. And this is going to be made like origami. So we'll make one gift box idea, which is first to understand the structure. So this one is not what we're going to paint on. You can use an older paper or recycle some paper if you want to understand the structure, because we are going to use the creases on that for measurement. We will measure from there and then plot those points on a blank sheet of paper so that we know how to make our design. So today I want to show you how to make the design more, I guess, accurately. In the past, we have made an overall pattern on the paper and then folded it, and then whatever design comes. So that's one way of going about it also. That's perfectly fine. But maybe you want to advance the art part a little more and want to create something that looks more thoughtful. So we'll start off with just using the recycled paper that you want to use, one square sheet. This can again be printer paper, anything, slightly used paper, and make sure that it's a proper square cutout. And I'm going to show you the folds on this. For those of you who've done this before, you will remember the folds. That's not a problem. I think Neva might not have done it. She might be the only one who needs this.
I don't remember anything when it comes to craft. Origami and all that is like beyond me.
Oh gosh.
So yes, I'm happy to be also start.
Okay, all right. That's fine. Good, good then. No, I often find unless you do these things 4 or 5 times, you don't remember it. But then also long-term memory sometimes it doesn't sit. So again, you have to refresh your memory. At least that's happened with me.
Yeah.
So this will be refreshing memory.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to use this cutting board because I have centimeter measurements over here.
Oh, I
But
have a few.
if you do have something like that, please bring that out because we will be using this. We'll also need a scale. When you're using a scale and cutter, ideally you should have a metal scale and not a plastic scale. But if you don't have that, a plastic scale is fine because then we can measure and then you have to cut carefully. And of course, a pencil. So quickly just measuring this out. This is a 21 by 21 sheet of paper, 21 centimeters. And this sheet we are going to fold across. In the final design, we are not going to make this one fold at all, the across fold. But we need this for now because we need to know exactly where the center point is going to come. Okay, so I'm going to take this measurement right now so that I know that we are on the right track. We don't have to remember any of these. You can note them down separately also if you want to. So when we measure across a 21 by 21 centimeter paper, edge to edge, the center comes to about 14.8 centimeters. So I'm just noting this down.
Oh, what? Sorry, you said 14.8
Yes, over here,
into the center.
along the diagonal. But you don't have to measure it and fold it. You fold it and then measure it. And then you can place this along a straight line. And you can use the same measurements as me if your paper measures the same as mine. So you don't have to note that down. Then the center horizontally and vertically will come at 10.5. So I'm drawing that line running through. And the reason I've kept it on the board is so that I can align the corners and make sure that the line that I'm drawing is perfectly perpendicular to the horizontal and vice versa.
So if I measured 14 or 14 by 8 into 2 from corner to corner and it's not really coming to the center, that means my square is not a square.
Oh, I guess so.
That's
But
why I
if
don't
you
like craft.
have you
That's good
folded
news, Shivani. You're not a square.
I'm not a square.
but if you have folded this,
I think it looks like a square.
yeah, just fold it, no? Just fold it.
Okay.
Don't measure it first. Fold it
Okay.
and then take the measurement. It
No,
could be 14.5. Maybe your paper
13.
is not 21. It doesn't matter. So the measurements and the folding has to be done together.
Happy birthday, Ritika.
Happy birthday,
Oh
Ritika.
yeah, happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Ritika.
Happy birthday.
All right, now turn the paper over so that these folds are facing downward. So just so you know, I've read this in somewhere in origami. You have two types of folds. This is a valley, and the opposite of a valley is a mountain. And this becomes important because you need to know which side the paper has to go. The mountain has to fold down, or you have to reverse this and then make the mountain into a valley. Okay.
Aditi, what is the cross that you have marked on that?
So this is the horizontal center from here. So and this
Okay.
is at 10.5 because the length and width is
Uh,
the same. And that's you don't have to fold it to know that. Now I'm going ahead and marking this because we don't know when these lines are going to come in handy. Okay, so I have marked the lines on the mountain side. Now I'm turning this over so there are no lines on the opposite side, and we are going to take all four corners to the center. And when you place this, remember to align crease to crease. It is possible that the corner has shifted by a small margin, but aligning creases is more important than aligning the edges of the paper itself. It always helps to fold opposite sides first rather than going in a circle. So here you can check for alignment and then on the other side as well. So the trick is to bring this point to where it needs to rest. Press it down, then go across the paper to the flat edge and then push your crease to the top and bottom. Rather than starting from one edge and start folding it here. If the edge of the paper is not placed properly, while you're doing this, it can move and then you have a crease that has gone off. So I'm going to show you one more time. Take this corner where it's supposed to be, that's in the center, check that the creases follow from one to the other side. Now, one might think that you go to this side and start pressing down, but I would suggest take this straight down and press the center down, and then push the paper outward, and you get a much better crease. Okay, now we're folding all four corners inside.
There's a slight gap in one of the corners.
All right, I think I will have a slight gap as well.
Oh, okay.
Millimeter or so should be fine. That's okay.
Ah.
There's one overlap here. That's okay.
Okay.
If it is more than 1 or 2 mm,
Huh.
just note that, because that just means that that extra has come onto one side.
Yes.
So when you work with the final paper, just ensure that this is cut more accurately. That's it. All right, now let's measure this distance. This is cut in half. So this, logically speaking, would be about 7 and 7.4 or something. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 3.5. I'm just going to make that 7.35. And
The square, you mean?
no, from the center to the crease line.
That is crease line. Okay, it's got
Yeah.
it. Thank you.
Now again on the inside, we are going to put a dot at the intersection of this new crease and the crossed line on all four sides. All right, and now we have to take each outside corner to the opposite dot. Okay, so we take this and go over to the opposite dot, and this time we are going to align this crease to the adjacent, no, what is this? Not adjacent, it's in front of it. To the other,
Parallel.
it's, well, no, it's perpendicular. So this is the line we are folding, but the alignment has to be on the perpendicular over here, this line.
Oh, yeah, okay, got it.
So while our movement is in east to west direction, the alignment is north to south. Yeah, that's easier to explain. And keep doing this on all four sides. So keep turning the paper. If you're right-handed, turn it clockwise. If you're left-handed, turn anti-clockwise. Because it's always better to fold with the same hand. Now, if you try to do it like that with your left hand, for people who are lefties, that will work well. Righties, maybe not. So keep turning the paper and keep using the same action of your hands. So now what we've got are almost equal squares. There are 16 equal squares. It doesn't matter. We don't have to count the numbers, but can you see that these equal squares have been created because of this fold? Now let's go back to the second set of folds that we've done, which is bringing all the corners into the center again. And you will see multiple lines now on the top as well and on the bottom as well, all converging towards the center, right? They're all there? Okay, now with the corners brought in, we are going to fold this edge each edge to the center line. Now this is edge, not corner. The edge gets folded so that it aligns to the center line. And you will have two creases on the side here, which will help fold the paper inward like this. And then you open this out and then fold the adjacent side as well. Do this really slowly because now we have two layers of paper. The moment we have layering, paper starts behaving, the two layers might start exerting their independence. So be gentle, encourage them to work together, and you will have something that looks like this. So basically we have just made an extra crease in the center over here.
Independence, I don't know, is defiant.
Your papers are defiant.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's funny. Okay, all right, everyone with me on this? Okay, now flip this over and you will see these nice corners. At this point we want to place this flat and we want to measure the border that is made up of the central 4 squares. So this is going to be the top of our box, and this in all likelihood should be 7.3 or 4 centimeters. Now this sadly is a very important figure. 7.3 is not 7.5. So remember that. But the advantage is that 7 is within the center. So our design can be placed in a 7 centimeter by 7 centimeter block in the center. We don't have to measure 7.34 or something odd like that. But we know for sure that when this box is constructed, and if we measure on the diagonal a center point, then on that diagonal we are going to be able to place a 7 centimeter by 7 centimeter square for our box. This will become apparent. I just want you to put a pin in this thought. So when we start working with a square paper and we think it's going to become a box, we assume that our center is going to be like this. But in this design, it is not like that. Our center, vertical and horizontal, is on the cross. Okay, so remember that part. I'll explain this again to you also. Right, so we're going back to this point, okay, and now we want to create this corner crease. There's no crease over here right now. So what you're going to do is put your finger in the middle, coming from the edge towards the first corner inside, and again encourage the sides to come together. These two sides to come together and sit next to each other. So you pinch the corner like that and you will get a V-shaped flap fold like this, and you will be able to see the beginnings of a box.
And this is same for both the sides, right? Because I started with the smaller piece.
Yeah. It's the same. It's exactly the same. And we repeat this on all 4 corners. The brilliant part about this design is that we have to remember only one step and do it 4 times. Okay, so you get something that resembles a claw. Now, once you have this, you take the two opposite sides, any two opposite sides are fine, and you open the flap up completely so that your paper starts resembling like a boat. So two opposite corners are in and two opposite corners are out. And now I want to show you how this locks into itself. So remember these corner folds that we had made. Put your fingers on the side. So hold the side walls up. This part is ready. You hold this up, put your fingers in these corners and pull them inward. There are enough folds and creases to help you do this. Press this down and then take the flap and just cover it up, and your wall will be ready. The flap at the bottom is going to not sit very comfortably in the beginning, but it's just a matter of time till it becomes a resting position for that flap. Did you get it? Cool. Let's do the same for the other side. And our box is ready.
I'm sorry, can you show it again?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Now I have to figure out which one I put last. 1 second. The lock system is really good in this one. Okay. Do you have this, Zai? This has happened, right? Okay. So hold the side walls upwards. Keep them in position and then take your fingers and put them in these corners and pull them. So I'm pulling them with my fingers from the side as well. You can also take the side and pull them in. We have made this crease in such a way that it works like a hinge, and it's going to pull the wall.
Collapse.
And then yeah, you just roll over
Oh, okay.
it in. That's it.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So on the inside, you will see these 4 flaps just sitting cozily next to each other, and all is fine. Okay, so the reason I kept showing you the open version is because once this is closed, we cannot often figure out where the center is going to come and in what orientation. Because the box is square, we often think that it is going to become a square out of a square in this linear form. However, if you look at the creases that we made, these are the first creases we made. We did not fold on the horizontal and vertical line, right? So if you align the creases to where you think you made the lines, this is the orientation of the box. Now, why this is important is if design has got a top and bottom, like if you're going to make a scene which has a ground and clouds and trees and whatnot, and if you make the illustration like this, on the final picture on the box, it is going to appear diagonal. Okay.
You say it again.
See, if I make my picture over here like that, okay? So let's say I have this design. I measure that 7 by 7 centimeter over here, and I make this ground and sky. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because you think that this is how the box is going to be, measure it, do it, but see what's happened. The crease is not here, the crease is like this. So once I start folding, my seam is going to be like this. Now, unless you want it like that, it's really heartbreaking, because if you made this beautiful border or something like that, all that is going to come here and is going to be cut off. Because the orientation of the finished box is on the diagonal. Do you see it?
Yes.
So this is the design and this is what it will turn out to be. All right. So now that we know this, we are going to get to making the design on the final paper with these measurements. And we can open this box up, we can see where everything lies. But the crucial bit is to just position the center and the sides, because here also you can make a lot on your design. And for that matter, you might also want to make something on the inside of the box if you're making the top and bottom, so that when the box is open, you have, say, if this is the cover, you have something on the four sides and the top, and if this is the bottom, you have something on the insides and the flap. So knowing the position of these in corresponding boxes will be helpful. Have I complicated your life?
It's too much to think on Saturday.
Oh
No,
my
but
God.
very interesting.
Yeah, never mind.
Very interesting.
It's
Intriguing.
yeah, it's good fun. It's going to be, it won't be too much.
I think once we do the design, then it'll make more sense.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. Now this time we're not going to cross, but we will be making a line going across, and this is going to be the inside of the flap. Now I'm using the larger paper this time. I'm making a cover out of it. And make your line go all the way through. These lines are a substitute for the creases, because you don't want creases on your finished box.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
Like for that one, it was easy because it was a square, so we just folded and we know how much. So for this one, how do we know? Like on this A4 sheet, how much
Or
should I?
just, just take the edge. This is a square also. Yeah, so you'll take on A4, one side is 210 millimeters or 21 centimeters. So on the other side, measure up to 21 centimeters and cut it.
So it's the same size square.
Same. And
Not same. No, not same. Because one is 21 and one is 20.
this one is 21. This
Huh.
one was also 21.
Oh, both are same?
Yeah, because this is the rough work. This was on the
Yeah. But when we're making the actual box, one is 1 centimeter less, right?
correct. So I have
Okay.
another
Sorry.
parchment
I also
paper.
confusing everyone.
No. I have another square which is smaller as well. Okay, so for this one now, we are going to flip this over. Oh, this one was my design page. I'll take a different sheet.
What are cutting mats made out of?
I think must be some kind of rubber acrylic mix.
Because you cannot cut it, right? There's no cutting marks when you use it.
No, there are
Like
cutting marks,
chopping.
but they I guess they don't self heal also. This one I've had for about 6-8 years. I do have cutting marks,
Really?
but I'm sure there are better materials now available. All right, now to get our center point. So one way is if you have a light source, you know where the point is, so you don't have to get into those silly measurements of 7.35 and whatnot. So just hold your paper against the light and mark the center, and that's good enough. Now, keeping this paper in such a way that you know where exactly the perpendicular lies, from the center outward you will mark 7 centimeters by 7 centimeters on the diagonal. So you align your scale on the diagonal. Remember, our square has to be like this on the diagonal. See, our square has to be like this. So from the center, align your scale corner to corner. And I usually do this. Now, the closest figure that I have is 15 over here. So I'll measure 1, 2, 3.5 to the left of it, and 1, 2, 3.5 to the right of it, and I get my 7. So I don't have to go to a 0 here and then measure 3.5 here and so on. And we do the same thing on the other side as well. Yeah, I meant to say the closest whole number. Now again, let's not be confused. Though we have 4 corners of a square, this is the middle point of our square sides. Get it?
So you have put the dot at 7 wherever we have 7, right?
I have put the
7
dot, no, on either side of the center, it's a 3.5. 3.5 on this side, 3.5 on this side.
on this side.
I don't think my measurements are right for some strange.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, take your time.
So center से 3.5 इधर, center से 3.5 इधर.
Correct. So between the two extreme dots, it'll be 7 centimeters. है ना? Okay. Now, all the measurements we need are in this box that we have folded. So now you can start mapping the points. If I were to keep the old paper, which is the 21 by 21 paper that I've folded, if I were to keep this, I have now marked this point here, iske niche, right? Because it's on the diagonal. I need to know these 4 points. So there can be very complicated methods to mark, but I'm going to measure the diagonal over here. Can I show you this? This is the center, which we can easily figure out. I'm going to use some colored pens for this, otherwise it'll get super confusing, as if it's not.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. So now we have marked 4 points. So we have our center here, right? And we have marked these points. This is done. But we need to know where the apexes of this square are. So how do we do this? We can use the a measurement from here like this cross section, because it's very easy to find out the center over here and this mark. So this is going to be at 10.5, right? And this line is what we have to measure. Choose the one pen that is invisible. Oh, sorry, this part. So let's try doing that. Mark the.
But Aditi, you already have that measurement, don't you?
We
It
don't
would be the
have.
same as the center of the square.
No, so
From
we
the
don't have. We need a corner here.
so what the measurement that you've taken from the center of the square to the edge of that square would be
Yeah,
the
but
same, wouldn't it?
no. This is on the diagonal, na?
Okay.
So we need something over here to make a complete square. So we
Okay.
we have two measurements of that square, and we can then make these perpendicular lines and make a square out of it. But
Okay.
the only thing that we have are the visible measurements and visible sides. I'm sure there are many ways to do this, but I can't believe I'm saying that I like to do a simpler way, figuring it out.
You guys say complicated way.
It is, well, it is an accurate way, let's say. So I have marked the center, which is very easy to do. Okay. And then I'm taking this and literally measuring, and what I get is a nice crisp 5 centimeter measurement. Thank God for that. Okay, so from the sides now. First measurements was from the corner. From the sides, running through the center dot, we have to make a mark at 5 centimeter, which is not too bad. And the same thing from the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And do the same thing on the adjacent two sides. Mark at 10.5 and then run your scale from one side to the other, and from the edge mark at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and from this edge 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we have our center, one would think. So this square that we will make is the crease. It's not going to align with the first dots. It is not, and I'll explain why. So we have got a square around the center, and what we have marked over here, these dots, remember from the center we took a 3.5 measurement to the outside. This is the inside part of our square. So if I take 3.5 over here, you will notice that it is not on the crease. it is a few inside the crease, because the crease is at some odd 3.83 or something like that. We don't want to do that. That's crazy. So our square, the 3.5 by 3.5 measurement that we made, is going to be inside our crease. This is accurate. Okay, is everyone with me? Have you got your square? So what you will have, let me run this again. You have a dot in the center, you have a square around it, and you have few dots at the center of the sides but away from the edges. They'll be about half a centimeter away from the edges.
Oh, mine isn't looking right because my square isn't exactly 21. It's like 21.3.
Oh no, why? Oh, why didn't you cut off that 0.3? Oh my God. Okay. Is it 21.3 on all sides?
I think so.
Was the first paper also 21.3 or was that 21?
1 second.
What's back? We have brownies.
Wow. Okay.
Ashika just brought. She made it.
She made it? Wow.
Yeah, she's very good at making brownies, like professional kind.
Wow. That looks cool. Now we're going to make a box for the brownie, so that you can then distribute it if you want to. Send some our way.
I have to bring it next time, seriously.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay.
Then you get to Bernard uncle also. Let me put it on mute first.
Okay, now we know how our boxes, and on all four sides are going to be the sides of the box, right? So it's going to be like this and like this. I think I'll get you a finished box and show you. So this is a box that I made with measurements. So I know exactly how to place my elements, and what we want to also have is the precise location of the sides, which is pretty easy to do because once you know where the edges are, you just need to measure the height of the sides from that and you draw a line there. So this would be about 3.7. Let's go back and make a line at 3.7. So you could just extend the lines that we've made right now. And remember, we don't have to fold on these lines. We are drawing lines to make our design on. The folds are going to just come naturally. We just want to make sure that the folds do not eat up our design. Okay, so on all sides, you can mark maybe, if this is 3.4, no, 3.7. Yeah, let's mark 3.7. That should be easy. One, 2, 3.5, 7. So in a sense, we are drawing lines on all the creases. You notice that? All these creases are being drafted as lines so that we can design on it. And my lines have wonderfully gone off edge. They're not even meeting. Well, let's see how this turns out. Technically, they should meet, but they're not. So be it. So now we have our playground. And on this, we can now start making a design which has a certain linearity. So you can make, I've decided to make a bird on the cross, but you can make anything that has an up and down, and also messages that may run in a certain way so that they can be read correctly. It's not too difficult, but this offers you better control. Now, since we've made this measurement, if you want to repeat this again, you can make dark lines on this paper and use this as a template to make future designs so that you don't have to constantly keep making the design. For that matter, I'm going to tell you, you could have done the same thing with this paper as well. Just make dark lines over here, hold it under your sheet so you know where your design has to come, and you can then not bother about any measurement. But this is like using calculators. You need to know what the calculation means, then you can use calculators forever. You don't have to do this every time. Anything that is too painful to start with is never sustainable. So we can always find easier ways. So let's say if I were to make this square and then make the edges nice and dark. And of course, you need to write this somewhere that this is a 21 by 21 centimeter square. Then theoretically speaking, I could just place my new sheet over here and just mark the corners and make my design. So every 21 centimeter by 21 centimeter square, you can start using this template. Okay, now that we have this, let's start making a design on this. Let's start painting. And we finish this painting, you can, before folding, if you have a printer or something at home, you can just make color photocopies for the entire exercise that we have. If you don't have it, don't bother, don't worry. Or you can then fold it later.
The color photocopies of the design or these lines?
No, of the design.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to leave you free to make your design. I'm going to definitely make a border here, and then put whatever design I want in the center. If you want, you can just follow me. It's going to be
If you want to do a design which is like going on the side, so basically people know that, oh, the entire box is handmade, then what kind of design do you suggest?
if you wanted to go on the sides and all.
Or are you going to do separate designs on the sides?
Yeah, so you can make separate designs here, or you can make something that I guess is like if you were to put text over here, it becomes more thoughtful also. It's not just random pictures that could have been anywhere and the design looks attractive. Like if you want to write a quote,
Hmm.
if you make say a flourished quote where the flourishes carry forward from here to here, so that when it's folded it just looks like a seamless design. That's what you could do. I know that can be done in text. Similarly, you could also use elements like maybe even if you have a floral pattern which is partly over here and partly over here, that also can then come together.
Okay.
For that, it helps if you have tracing paper so that you make the design on a rough sheet, like say like this. Trace this design out, place half of it over here, and you know exactly where that line is. So draw this here and draw the remaining on the other side with a little bleed, so that in case there is a mismatch, it does not look too odd.
Yes, is it okay if we can do the pattern on another paper and then stick it on top?
Yeah, you can do it, but why would you want to do that?
Mm, so that maybe if I wanted to do watercolor, then I could stick the paper on top.
Yeah, sure. But wait, why are you restricting yourself to watercolor? Do you have a pen?
Yeah.
Micron pen. On this one, make a design in micron pen, no?
Okay.
And when you want to make it in watercolor, use a drawing paper for that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to make some uh, bird designs. So this is one bird design that I used. Do you want to do this one? It's very cute. We can make 4 birds like this. There's no continuity needed here, but it's a nice repetitive design. So you start from the bottom right corner, and in the spirit of this design of the box itself, you make the same shape on the bottom right corner by rotating the paper from the same point up to the same point. And we know that the shape is not going to be identical. That's okay. Now the next part, we can make a round shape. This is going to be the head of the bird coming into about 1/3 the way into the body of the U. All right. And then we are going to draw a U shape like this. And then you can make wings. So just like in our box, we keep repeating the same thing. Here as well, you keep repeating just that same thing over and over again.
But these are the lines which are going inside the box, right? That's why we drew. So do we have to make the birds on the other side?
No, these are the lines which will be on top. This is when
Really?
you do the painting, yeah. And the cross is in the back.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I got it. I didn't draw any lines on the other side, that means.
Oh, so your cross is on this side as well?
Yeah, I only did the lines on one side, the
Oh,
cross one.
oh, maybe then I didn't clearly state that.
No, I wasn't paying attention. It's not you. You see, I'm blank.
Nice of you to.
Sorry. I don't know. I'm just tired. I think that's why.
I can imagine your brain must be just in a tizzy.
Totally. This is one of those.
So, in a composition like that, if you want to fill this up even more, just look at the negative spaces. And you could fill the negative space with a flower like this. Again, just so that the new negative space becomes like this balancing element. There's a certain uniformity to how the line flows. Now again, if the flower is looking too bare, you can make a leaf. And we can make a flower in the center as well. So you make this, and again in the vacant V shapes is where you throw the petal out. So that space too is filled up. Don't point the petals towards the head of the bird, manipulate it so that it sits like that. And if you still feel you want to fill stuff in, you can always use other elements, maybe um, just a little circle on the side. And now that we know where all the other things have to sit, we can do a similar design on the sides as well. Something like that. And you can make a border if you want. And we'll just make the top and one side for now, since it's a repetitive design, because I just want to show you the structure. Once you know this, you'll be able to make it yourselves also. So if you're done making the center and one side, let's start folding it. So now this is going to be great fun. We have to now turn the paper upside down, and regardless of where our design is, have faith that we have measured properly. And let's just take a deep breath and fold this thing.
I'm going to do the design after, I think, because I really don't know what I did on the other side.
All right. But make this, no? Make the line
Yeah.
start with us. Okay.
Yeah, that I'll do. Yes.
Okay, so I want to do this with everyone together. Let me know when you are ready. so that we can start. Is everyone done? Okay. All right. Alka, Niva, Zai, are you done? All right. Okay, let's begin. Everyone ready to do the fold again with me? So I'm going to start off with the corners. Now ignore the design in the back and just go with the folds. Some of your lines will start showing, let them show from the other side. This is a test of, I guess, my measuring skills, not yours. So if it's not working for you, you can always blame me. And my math is terrible.
Your math is terrible.
Yes.
All the
How can you
measurements that
say that?
I couldn't even figure out anything on the ruler.
I thought I knew math, but after looking at you, I feel I don't know anything about math.
What are you saying? That's
Then
ridiculous.
what? You were using words like adjacent and perpendicular and all that.
Oh my God. Okay, okay. All right. So first fold done. Now mark those dots at the intersection. That's another big word.
Love it.
All right. Now take the corners to the opposite side. Align with the dot. Make sure the creases align and go ahead and fold. So now your lines will start showing. Ignore the lines, go by the crease only. Okay, all done. Now take the corners right back inside and fold the sides in, towards the center. Okay, everyone with me? Yes, Neva has said yes. Alka will know this. Yes, Shivani, yes. I am waiting for you. I remember doing this last year also, Zai. I think that last fold had gotten you quite confused. Is it right? Am I remembering it right?
I think so. But this time I've got it.
Okay, good, good.
I,
All right, now,
okay, yeah, I'm done.
oh, good. Now, flip this over so that we can make a crease on the corner.
This corner one is the problem. Problem matlab tricky.
It is a little tricky, but you know why? I think when it is flat over here, encouraging this flatness to fold exactly on this corner and this corner and make a straight line. You can just do it like this. Just hold the two sides and just bring these together. So this will become a round shape here. Then pull this corner straight down. I'm sure there's a way we can do this. And now let's try proof of the pudding.
Perfect.
Yay! Arey
Great.
wow! We have a cat. We have birds. We have left off. Yes, yes, yes.
Absolutely perfect.
Well done.
Yes. So the math challenge can do math.
Yes. Okay, Tiva's is looking good
Oh,
too.
nice. Hers is
Oh,
very
nice. Yeah. Very pretty.
Very cool. So hopefully that 0.3 did not make much of a difference.
yeah.
Good. Okay, now we can make a similar box with the smaller size. I don't want to show you that again. And that will fit in the big box like this. So you get a proper gift box. And now if we open this, you can also then mark the, oh, I've lost my paper. You can make the design for the inside of the box on these corners, because that is the part that is visible inside the box. So if you want to have a box which has a design on the outside of the lid and inside of the base, then you use the same measurement. You have this side and then this side and this corner. That's all you need to decorate, to get a design on the inside as well. But now what I want to show you, the second kind of box that you can make is actually like a matchbox design. So now you need a slightly thicker card paper, which I'm assuming that because I have not told you, you might not have handy. And I have cut it to about the height of my box and a little room so that it can fit inside properly. And now again, I'm going to use this measurement from the sides. That is about 3.7. This is 7.4, 3.7, 7.4. Only two measurements. And I'm going to start measuring from one side. You don't have to do this. I want you to just see this. 1, 2, 3.7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.4. 1, 2, 3.7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.4, and a little extra, which will be about 2 centimeters or so. Now I want to create a joint on the side. So what I'm looking at is making something like this. Oh, this is the wrong one, sorry. I made the wrong measurement. This is what you can make. And you can either have the joint on the big flap side or the small flap side, so that our box can be inserted like this.
Oh.
And if you keep it flat, you can also use it like this. This is Alka's, no? Alka, you sent me this mango.
No, this is Susan.
Susan. Oh, okay. Why did I think it was yours? All right. So this also can be a very interesting gift box. With the same design for the box, all you have to do is make a cover. And you can make the design on this like a matchbox designs. So I happen to have a whole bunch of matchbox designs, which if I find in time, I will show you. Yes. So you can make designs like these.
Oh, wow.
So like we make postage stamps, literally like that. There used to be such beautiful matchboxes.
Oh my God, my son used to collect matchboxes. Aditi, we have gone into the sleaziest of shops looking for matchboxes. I can't tell you.
We have also. We
Oh my God,
last
one time from Mumbai to Kottayam by the train, we stopped every single tea vendor on every station that the train halted at through
What a
4 states
lovely idea!
and bought matchboxes.
Yeah, but
But really,
they
these
are
things are
so
fascinating. Huh?
they're
They're
so
absolutely
beautiful.
fascinating.
Yeah, look at
Why does it say made in Austria?
these are all
Yeah,
over.
these are
There
all
are matchboxes from everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I thought because of the Indianish design.
Well, maybe they were Indian designs and they were made in Austria for in the Indian market. Who knows? Hussein Jan made in Austria.
Maybe it's some clever person who appreciates India.
Maybe, yeah.
Scooty, how cute is that?
See, this is also very nicely done.
Hmm. That's so nicely simple.
Yeah. So, again, just to make it something distinctive, why not do something like this? So, you have your box, and this one is pretty stable as well when the pasting flap comes like this, and you can keep that at the bottom so that the top does not have a double layer, and this can just be inserted, and you can take a ribbon or something and tie it up across. This is good enough. So you don't have to always make a box which is a lid and a base. It can also have this mechanism.
No matter whatever measurement, my box is not going inside each other.
Yeah, because I think you might have made the two boxes with the same size paper.
I thought I made it 20 and 21.
See the top? Measure the top now. I mean, there's no other explanation than the fact that you might have used the same paper.
Okay. 7 and 7.5.
7 and 7.5. I think the smaller box should be a lot smaller than that.
Oh,
No, it is 7. You're right. Minus 7 and to 7.5. It should go in.
the Rubik's Cube now in my so, this is the only thing I hate about these boxes. Never look. My box, I'm okay.
Okay, so this is the design that I'm working on.
Oh, nice.
So it's just very simple. And I thought of the sides first. So I'm finishing that. And once the sides have been made, then I'll think about what I want to make in the center. And the way it's going, it's almost looking like a miniature painting. So I might
Hmm.
try to make, again, a loose human figure or maybe a like a I would love to call.
It looks like those European things,
Yes,
that you get the wooden stuff
it's fitted.
that they
Yeah,
make.
that's true too. Yeah.
Fitted, but I don't know if I can open it now.
Oh my God. So my idea just came to me right now is to make a cat figure look like a Mughal princess or something, and then I'll call her Meow-Mumtaz Mahal.
Nice.
That is cute.
Um, so yeah, that's it.